Hi, I live in North London. For now, I'm doing the bereavement, and then I'm doing the befriending. So my journey, what happened is that someone introduced me to Morgan regarding the funding. So I had to drive from Enfield to go straight to Manchester. And then when we were there, we did a one-to-one talk. They were explaining how we get the funding, and I had to go with my daughter so that she was going to help me to get the funding and to understand exactly what was going to happen. And then when we came back, they asked me to produce the proposal, and then I did my constitution and everything. And then we started to apply for the fund. But for the fund, you need to meet some requirements. It took us a long time. It was almost a year when the requirements were not getting well, especially the bank. Because the bank, we are supposed to open a community account with 3 different people without the same surnames. So it was difficult because we've asked someone else. And then, you know, with our community, our African community, when we ask someone to say, can we go and open an account, a joint account, they will refuse. They will say, oh, we are going to put us into trouble. So it was very difficult. But at the end, we managed to open the account. When we opened the account, we went back to Morgan, and then he sent the application to the funders. And then after a while, they replied us and they gave us the funding. The funding, it was for the bereavement for our community in Enfield. Whoever, the black community in our area, whenever they have any family member who passes away, we just go there and then talk to them to just make them feel better about, you know, about bereavement. That bereavement is natural, but it's a very painful process, you know, when you lose one of your family members. And then with our African community, we are very few. So you need to have support. When we are back home, there will be people around you. So for us, that's what we are doing. And then we said we need to have another second funding. And then we went back to Morgan, and then we started the process for the second funding. It was for the befriending. You know, with our community, we've got elder people within the community. They need people to talk to them and other people. So what we did, we made an application for that, and then the funding came out. So we've got 2 fundings which are working. So we are doing the bereavement in the Enfield community. We send our carers like 2 hours to go and talk to the old people and then help them whatever. You know what we used to do back home? That when there are some Vanasekuru, Vana aunties who need someone to talk to, you go there and talk to them because people, they are very lonely here. So with the funding, it takes longer, but it needs someone who has got faith. You need to commit yourself. Because if you don't commit yourself, it doesn't work. And then you need to believe. You know, with our culture, our people, sometimes they don't believe in anything unless if they see something. When you tell them, please, can you go to Fungai, she can help you. Can you go to people, they think that someone will take something from them. But if you believe at the end of the day, you are going to receive something. So we must have faith within our community. When somebody tells you something, just assess and think about it, and then you can go ahead and do something. So for us, we've got 2 fundings which are going on for now.
I wanted to ask you another question. So let's come back to mindset issue. Because I just want to go back to say, what made you start to look for help? Because had you tried before to do this application, and what happened?
You know, I tried it before. You know, when I tried it, it wasn't working because I was asking some other family members, and then I was asking some workmates to help me because for me, I'm a nurse in profession. So people, they were not coming out, and then they were saying there's nothing like that. There's no funding. So one day when I met someone at work, and then he told me that there are some guys in Manchester, they are doing it. So what I did, I said, can you give me the contact details they gave me? So I had to drive to Manchester. And then when I went there, I was there for almost 3 hours doing one-to-one talk. After that, that's when I started believing that everything can work. And then I went with my daughter so that she can assist me. You know, sometimes when you're on your own, you won't understand it. That's how it happened. And then that's when I managed to meet Mr. Mwati.
Thank you. Thank you. And the last question I have is that, so you are running this service, really, you are actually running this service as a business, right?
Yes.
So, if you are running it as a business, I want you to speak to someone in the audience. Because I do get stuck up with people. A lot of times they're saying, no, Fungai, I want to have a private limited company. I'm like, but the service you're offering doesn't need to be a private limited, you know? So, and I think it's about that understanding that when people hear the word not for profit, they think that they are not going to get anything out of it. Is that correct?
No, it's not correct. You know, with the funding, all of us, most of the staff, most of the people here, I'm sure they've got this limited company, which I've got too. As nurses who work with some limited company, some point, isn't it? But with a limited company, you can't start a business because what we get, you can't manage to start having an office with that little you get every month. But if you do something with funding, the funding will assist you, and that money, you don't pay it back. They give it to you. What they want is the receipt to be accountable of every money, and then they can keep on increasing whatever. And then for you, when you do the funding, like us, what we are doing the bereavement, and now we trained our members, some of our members, to be the bereavement officers to go there. So we have gotten a certain amount we get every month, which you write on your plan, on your project proposal, that when the money comes, even when you go for the meetings, you hire the hall, you don't pay with your money, you use that money for funding. When you are traveling, you use that same money for funding. So when you use the funding, it's better than you using the limited. The limited company, you can't go anywhere. Because the money which you need to pay your mortgage, you need to pay everything using that same amount. But with the funding, you can get your money because you put it all on the proposal, what you want to do with that money. And then at the end of the day, you'll be having your money.